Another tree talk on trees and birds. So I have selected hornbills. Hornbills are very magnificent birds of India. They are also found in Africa and Southeast Asia. Why they are called hornbills? Because their beaks are very bulky and they are hard and look like horn, seeing. So because of that they have been named as hornbills. The bill have a prominent booty structure on the upper side which is called as casque. So this particular casque is also used by tribals in the Northeast and Southeast Asia to decorate their headdress. Not only that, hornbills tail feathers, they are also collected by the tribes and they are also decorated in the headdress. Earlier it used to be, now because of environmental conservation concern, they are being provided with the feathers from the captive hornbills and ceramic made casques rather than natural ones, so that the population of the hornbills is not disturbed. We have the great pied hornbill, also known as the pied hornbill, Buceras bicornis. This is the state bird of Kerala state and also the state bird of Arunachal Pradesh. So this particular pied hornbill is usually kept in zoos also, and almost all the hornbills have bilobed kidney. They are known for this. The kidney is two-lobed. Another feature which distinguishes the hornbills from other birds is fusion of atlas and axis neck vertebrae. So with this fusion they get a very strong platform, and with that they can support the heavy bill. Otherwise it's very bulky and heavy, so it may put the neck to strain. But because of the fusion of atlas and axis, they have very good this support. All birds, hornbills, they are not connected with trees. Some of the hornbills, they are ground dwelling also. For example, some of the African ground hornbills, they are ground dwelling and they belong to another genus, Bucarbus. Lead bittree is one species, and this particular species is carnivorous. They don't go for any fruit eating. But in case of Indian hornbills, pied hornbill, or our what we see in Jammu or northwestern Himalayas, that is our Indian grey hornbill, that is Asiceras, which is found in Jammu, and in Dogri language this is called as Dua. And local people have the knowledge. All these hornbills and even the Jammu one, in this case during the breeding time, which has started from April to June, July, this is the breeding season, female confines itself to the tree hole, and mostly the tree selected is Semal or Sterculia and even Erythrina, which is called Thoba in Dogri. So in that it confines itself, and it is the duty of the male to feed the female while it is inside the tree hole and incubating the eggs, which takes roughly 3 weeks. So in Dogri we used to have the term Lutan for ladies after delivery. So that kind of confinement is also seen in the hornbills. Then hornbills, the horn-like structure, that upper structure, beak, that is hollow basically. It doesn't have anything. But in case of some African hornbill, for example, helmeted hornbill, Rhinoplax vigil, this is basically threatened hornbill. Why this is threatened? Because people go and hunt its casque for the hornbill ivory. Ivory is mostly obtained from the tusk of the elephant, which fetches a good price and it is marketed and traded. Similarly, from this particular hornbill, not all the hornbills, only this particular helmeted hornbill, it is also the source of hornbill ivory, and this was also in the trade during earlier times when the Chinese during Ming dynasty used to have this trade, and we have the this use as the ornaments and jewelry also. This hornbill. So because of indiscriminate hunting and killing of these hornbills, this has come to the threatened, endangered, rather critical endangered category. In case of India, we have the endemic hornbill. The hornbills which are seen only in India, not elsewhere. One is from Andamans, which is called as Rhyticeras narcondami or narcondam hornbill. And this particular hornbill was discovered by A.O. Hume. He was the founding member of the Indian National Congress and also known as the father of Indian ornithology, who studied birds also, along with political contribution. So he told about this particular endemic hornbill of Andamans and named after Narcondam Island as Narcondam hornbill, Rhyticeras narcondami. And this particular hornbill, as per A.O. Hume, it prefers to nest in the trees like Sideroxylon or Sterculia or Bombax. So another endemic hornbill of India, that is Malabar grey hornbill. We have in Jammu the Indian grey hornbill, that is Aciciras. But in case of Malabar grey hornbill, which is Aciciras gracius, that is endemic to the Western Ghats. And that is also, you can say, very unique to the Western rainforests. But these hornbills, they are frugivores as well as insectivores. So Indian hornbills, mostly Indian pied hornbill or Malabar grey hornbill or another hornbill which is found in northeast, which is called a wreathed hornbill, Rhyticeras undulatus. Mostly they prefer to eat the fig fruits. Again, banyan, peepal, plakshi, fig fruits, gular, cluster fig, Ficus racemosa, Ficus virens, Ficus bengalensis, Ficus religiosa, these trees. And mostly they prefer to nest inside the tree holes. And similar is the ecology and behavior of breeding, that is confinement of the female, and male has to feed. But in case of African ground hornbills, there is another sort of breeding which is known as cooperative breeding. So in that case, cooperative breeding, they also need the help of these helpers. So not only male and female pair, but even the offsprings of the previous season, they also take care, participate in rearing of the young ones. So that is found in case of some hornbills, the cooperative breeding. And they are mostly laying these eggs. They are hardly 2 or 3. And then their preference sometimes for insects as well as, but they also eat lizards, scorpions, beetles, along with the preference for the fig fruits. Hornbills in Hindi, they are variously named. They are named as Dhanesh. They are also called as, for example, Indian pied hornbill, which is Buceras bicornis, named as Banarai or Homrai. Mostly in Nepal it is called as Homrai, and there is also subspecies after this name as Homrai. So we have Aceras, we have Rhyticeras, Aciciras, Buceras, then we have the Horizoceras, which is the dwarf one, a black dwarf hornbill, which is the smallest size. And that Horizoceras, that is hardly about 1 feet in length. And largest one is the southern black hornbill, southern African hornbill basically. And that hornbill measures even up to 5 feet. So there is a lot of development. These hornbills are playing very important role in seed dispersal and seed germination. So one research carried out by the forest department in Tamil Nadu it was proved that all those seeds which were excreted by the hornbills, they showed maximum germination, more than 80-90% germination. And the seeds which were directly collected from the trees and then sown, the germination was very poor. So they are very important for the forest management. But they also congregate, they breed in foraging parties sometimes go up to 2,000. In case of Indian pied hornbill, 2,000 birds will go and they will forage on these banyans and peepals. And so these banyan fig species, they are known as keystone species. They are helping to support these hornbills, not only hornbills, along with hornbills, other birds and animals, for example, macaques, lion-tailed macaque, or even monkeys, or even langurs, they are also feeding on the same tree where these hornbills are feeding. So these hornbills have lot of rich folklore and rich local names. So keeping in view their majestic outlook, they are kept in the zoos also, and younger generation kids are fascinated to look at these hornbills. But since they require the nesting large trees, especially the fig fruits, fig trees. So we need to conserve our heritage fig trees like banyan, bरगद, peepal, and we need to take care of these avian feathered friends.